Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Code Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Today, we continue to recite from Jaith Sari, Mahalla Panjwa Var Saloka Nal, this being the 6th pauri. And in this combination of saloks and pauri, we find some striking imagery used by Guruji, trying to draw our attention to the fact that we might have our dreams of material success fulfilled, the right house, the right luxuries, the right aesthetics, and we think we'll be happy. But the Guru is pulling the curtain back on this illusion, showing us that what happens when we feed the ego perfectly, but leave the deeper self entirely starved. So let's begin with the saloks. There are 2 saloks, and we'll recite them together before we proceed to the pauri. Salok Gireh Rachana Aparan Man Bilas Swadang Rasa Kadanchana Simarant Nanak Te Jant Bishtha Krame. This is quite an indictment. Gireh Rachana Aparan, endless expansion in terms of home, building our worldly empires, if you will. Reveling in worldly tastes. Bilas Swadang, this is reveling in taste. Kadanchan nah simrant, never once in remembrance of that self. So such an individual, Nanak says, Nanak te jant bishta krameh, are like worms of excrement, worms in manure. We'll get back to this, but the second salok more or less amplifies this. Much adambar hab keh manj mohabbat ne. Much adambar hab keh manj mohabbat ne. Adambar, ostentation, possession. And here, manj mohabbat ne. Mohabbat is being deeply attached. It is not simply an expansion of your material wealth, but also deep attachment. So without a connection, the Guru says, to deeper reality, to the ground, to the source of your being, we are bishta krame, worms in manure. Think about it. The metaphor, the image of bishta, worm of excrement. It is morally repulsive. It's repulsive to think about, but I think it has been chosen for its precision. Consider what is actually true of such a worm. It does not merely live near or among what it consumes. It lives inside of it. It is constituted by it. It cannot be distinguished from it. There is no interiority. There is no witness. The worm and its environment are one undifferentiated process. It has no remainder. And that is the condition that is being named. Not pleasure, household life, not sensory enjoyment as such. I mean, after all, the gurus were householders, not ascetics. What is being described is a particular mode of being. Total absorption on the plane of material existence, the horizontal plane, if you will, where the endless structures of domestic life, Gireh Rachana Aparan, and the inexhaustible pleasures of taste and mind, Bilas Swadam Rasa, they leave no vertical dimension possible. Aparam is endless, boundless. It is inexhaustible. And Bishta is itself the residue of consumption. Excrement is what remains after the essence has been extracted, and the worm feeds on what has already been discarded. So, what is being criticized here, to be sure, is not consumption itself, but the erasure of the witness, to be so completely in it that you can't differentiate. Not the one that tastes, but that one that becomes the tasting. You see the difference. Subtle, but very telling. Consumption without awareness is not just morally deficient, it is a kind of species regression. The being, the soul, losing the very quality that distinguished it from a creature that is nothing but a process. So we are like creatures, basically. So, and then the second salok, muhabbat and neh, carries the feeling further. These are not shallow words. Genuine love, muhabbat. It is not as if we are just distracted by these pleasures. We actually feel meaningful if that one is forgotten. The body is dust. This is much more radical in its critique. The second one is even worse than the first, because the worm of excrement is at least alive, at least in motion, at least a creature. Tanakhe, ash, already inert, dead. So forgetting is operating at these two levels simultaneously. Endless horizontal consumption and love and attachment. And the adambar that is used in the second slok is worth holding on to. It means spectacle, a show, a pomp, the performance of life, all of it, habbekyo. So life becomes just a show when the master is not present within it. It is a kind of unreality. And the pauri that goes with this simply amplifies. It says, Sundar sej anek sukh ras pogan pure grah soin chandan sugandh laye moti hire man ichhe sukh manda kich nahe visure so prab chitna avai vishta ke kire bin har naam na sant hoye kit vid man dhire. The pauri returns to vishta ke kire, the worm image that we got from the first salok. And now it names the condition, what it means. It is Prabhu Chitana Ave. The Prabh does not arise in the consciousness of such a being. That is what happens. This is the pivot. Kit bid man tire. The pauri does something unexpected. There is no condemnation. It simply ends with the question, by what means can the mind find tir? Steadying, consolation. What is the means? And the answer, of course, is without Naam. There can be no Santa, tranquility, Sahaj. So we have to turn our orientation to Naam. Thank you for being with me today. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.